Hello, welcome to this update for the severe weather. So there's an enhanced risk today across parts of the south, to the Mississippi Valley, even parts of the Ohio Valley, into Kentucky, Tennessee, spots of northern Georgia, into Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Missouri. There's this light risk around it and the marginal too. So we still have this 10% chance for tornado in those areas, especially from Arkansas to Kentucky, and the 5% around the 2 and the 2%. So be careful in those areas, especially the 10% hatched. The portion that's hatched includes Nashville, Jackson's, Memphis, and more areas. So stay safe, especially like some strong tornadoes possible. It's not like yesterday, but still some strong tornadoes possible. Wind is actually 45% chance of damaging winds in Alabama, into Georgia, Tennessee, and in Kentucky, even part of Mississippi. So please be careful. And still some 30% chance of hail hatched, and it's in this very interesting area, like interesting along the Mississippi River. So please stay safe. A 15 or 5% chance hail too, but some very big hail part possible in those areas too. So multiple ounces severe thunderstorms are expected today for these evenings, centered on mid south, deep south, Tennessee, lower Ohio valleys, and the Cumberland Plateau tornadoes, some of which could be strong, along with scattered widespread damaging wind gusts and large, trustly significant severe hail, like significant severe. Please stay safe in those areas. So be careful. Just to see day 2 very quick, as a marginal from Florida to West Virginia, some 2% tornado spots of Virginia, North Carolina, into western Maryland and West Virginia, even to portions of maybe the mid Atlantic, southern Maryland. So be careful. Wind threat along the whole area and no hail tomorrow. So at least an isolated severe storms possible Wednesday, mainly across parts of North Carolina, nearby southern Virginia, and eastern South Carolina. So be careful in those areas too. And a marginal risk in Texas and Oklahoma, day 3, some 5% chance. A few storms possible parts in northwest Texas, southwest Oklahoma on Thursday. Might be some hail and some damaging winds or small tornado threats, so be careful. An elevated fire still today in portions of northern Minnesota, and might include spots of Canada if you count them into as well, because I saw there were already some wildfires this season there, so be careful. And here for the herd, let's just see the model run itself first, like southeast, to give us a better look. So does show already some storms to Tennessee earlier this afternoon. Be careful, some damaging winds with those. But then you see this small pop-up storm starting in Arkansas and Louisiana. Those might grow into stronger supercells in Mississippi, into Tennessee. It shows storms as far west as Texas. So this goes shows later in the evening stronger storms in Alabama, some strong cells in the middle there, even to like some white. So be careful. Those tornadoes and damaging winds and hail shows more across Tennessee to Kentucky, and everything just messed up here for good. So this goes shows like, let's refresh this because this is horrible. So good. So it shows during the night spots of Alabama, Birmingham, maybe some storms in Atlanta, in Georgia. Shows at night as well, and those storms tomorrow, spots of the east there, some isolated storms. So please be careful. These initial supercells might be the big hail makers, spots of the Mississippi River, Mississippi Valley, those areas. So stay safe and be careful. There's Cape here for the whole area. So it does show like uh, early this afternoon, even to 3,000 joules per kilogram, even 3,500 spots of Arkansas, Louisiana, into Mississippi. So this does break up a little bit, but still shows like in Mississippi, more than 3,000 joules per kilogram. As far north as Kentucky, more than 2,000, in Alabama as well. So there's still lots of instability those areas. So stay safe, be careful. here for like let's see if they have like a rain accumulation. I don't think so, but we'll just check here better, like the HER, to see more precise data next 24 hours. So the HER shows a few spots like whereas in inches here, so spots of Mississippi into Alabama, more than 4 inches with some storms. Shows a lot into Pennsylvania too, more spots of the Midwest and in the East Coast, a lot of rain too. So be careful, a few spots of heavy rain. We still have this light risk of excessive rainfall today, those areas of lower Ohio Valley to upper Mississippi Valley, and shows more to those areas. The marginal goes all the way to North Dakota. Day 2 a slight risk, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, spots of Ohio. Day 3 nothing. Day 4 marginal in the plains. And day 5 a slight in Missouri again, and Kansas and Oklahoma, spots of Arkansas. So be careful in those areas. Day 1 through 7 shows the possibility of close to 5 inches in that area. In Oklahoma and Missouri again, into Kansas and Arkansas, and more across the Mississippi Valley, spots for the northeast. So stay safe. Day 1 through 5 shows less, but into 7 days shows more there. So be careful. Still shows some snow Wyoming or Washington, spots today. Later, not really. But day 5 does show finger to Montana, Wyoming, or into Colorado. Day 6, very slight probability. So be careful in those areas. And we still have like here, if I can get the HER for more stuff. So does show the significant tornado parameter. Those areas already show some by 15Z spots of Mississippi into Louisiana, Tennessee, but later by like 1C in the evening, the storms are already going on a lot, but still shows in Alabama some isolated stronger parameters, some spots there. So beware, a little bit earlier in the evening shows a few hot spots in Mississippi, into Tennessee. So if you zoom in a lot, you can see more there. So be careful in those areas and stay safe. Shows right around that area, the deep south. So be careful. There's the updraft list still shows like up until Wednesday, and does show those storms there. Even shows northern Louisiana might get a strong finger too. To Mississippi shows more more quantity in Tennessee as well, into Kentucky, even West Virginia, some more into northern Alabama, like northernmost Georgia. So stay safe. Those storms have ways to receive warnings and everything, because you are still under a strong tornado threat. That's 10% hatched. So please stay safe in those areas. And yeah, later on does show 5 days here. The European has this hotspot around Missouri too, into Kansas. So be be mindful there. Another hotspots to watch are like Western Canada into British Columbia, shows even to 100 millimeters, a few spots next 5 days, and into Atlantic Canada more rain as well, as well as the northeastern US shows even more. So be aware, some areas of Western Canada, some showers, and does show here like snow accumulation, mainly in the mountains, but still shows this big patch of snow in North Dakota and spots of Colorado into Wyoming, into Idaho, some snow in the Rockies as well, and these areas of the Pacific into British Columbia there shows like the mountains, a little bit into Alberta, but nothing too crazy. Shows a lot in between Yukon, Northwestern Territory, so be careful there. And more to northern Alaska and the mountains, southern Alaska, shows a little bit in Quebec to like 7 centimeters, some in southern Quebec, a tiny bit, and shows more to New Hampshire, spots of Vermont, but like just 1 or 2 inches, nothing crazy. And yeah, be careful. There's the GFS extending even to Minnesota, South Dakota, more in Wyoming. The GFS is more in Alberta too. And there's the icon very little in North Dakota, but does have Wyoming more. So we'll keep watching. Northern Alaska, the icon showing more as well. So there's still this strong wind gusts this evening, Colorado, those areas there shows even 52, 60 malpargus in a few spots. So let's see here. There's more into Minnesota, potential in a few spots, and northern Montana slightly higher into northern Utah. So this goal still shows tomorrow Colorado, potentially slightly gusty spots of the east. This goes that low pressure near the east coast, stronger winds offshore and in the Appalachians. So this goes there, the potential shows a lot of wind into the coast of Maine there. Friday and into Nova Scotia, some high gusts like some 80 to 90 km per gust spots of Quebec through Friday, Saturday, potentially in the southwestern US again by Saturday spots there. And that shows Sunday near the Rockies and some spots slightly higher. So we'll keep watching, be aware. For the heat, still shows in Texas some extreme for Tuesday today, some major, so still stay safe, please. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe Sunday, more major again in Texas. So stay safe. Florida, Georgia is also moderate, and into the southwestern US. So be careful those areas. We still have this big batch of below average temperatures like eastern Canada to the northeastern US, and day 6 to 10, day 8 through 14, still some below average temperatures there, slightly above average spots of the west. So we still have like some 90s in the southeast today. I even saw some local Florida forecasts close to 100, central Florida in a few spots. So be aware. Shows here like Texas seeing closer up all the way to 103, 104, and the heat indices might be even higher. So be careful in those areas. And there's like to the southwestern US more than 100 to during the night, kind of colder in the northwestern mountains. Stay safe there, like some 20s, teens, and 30s. And does show more than 104 in Southern California by Wednesday afternoon in Arizona, more than 102. So be careful. Still cold in the Dakotas, some 30s Thursday morning, and the mountains it still shows like 105 or even 107 southernmost California, into Arizona, southern Nevada, close to 100, spots of Texas still in the southeast. Day 3 Friday in the morning, colder in the mountains. Does show Friday afternoon some 90s to 100 spots of the south, especially near the plains, Texas, and the southwest. So stay safe in those areas. Slightly stronger wind gusts in the plains. Today 2 in Minnesota is showing here, and stay safe. Just for Canada, as I showed you before, shows those milder temperatures, some spots in the afternoon, and still very, very cold southern Alaska, in like the teens, even like single digits Fahrenheit, and that shows central Canada, those colder temperatures because that cold air has spots of western Canada, the mountains still. So Wednesday, Thursday, still shows milder during the day, many spots there, but still colder in the morning, especially further north, spots of the west still. So stay safe. But some days, like next Monday, this next Sunday afternoon, but next Sunday shows even to 27 degrees in Vancouver, 19, other spots there. And then this is very weird, but like a tiny localized heat wave next week. But then it quiets down, but still close to 30 degrees later, but slightly colder in the northwest. So stay safe, be careful. Those severe storms have plenty of ways to receive warnings and everything. So stay safe, and the heavy rain and everything in those areas, but especially the severe weather.